It takes us.
Are we live?
We're hello.
Hey,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello.
So I would like to introduce, first of all, Life Uncensored with Mommy Missy and Let's Talk. Thank you guys for joining us. We do have two very, very special guests, and we are going to give you a lot of fun with facials and makeup. And just remember that makeup shows your attitude. Let's welcome Bree Smith and Jeff. We just want to welcome you guys to the show,
Hello.
and we're going to everything, and of course, Mommy Missy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So
Hello.
today we are going to kind of skip the small talk just because we want to get so much in. we're going to start with Bree. And Jeff, I'm going to put you in the green room for a minute while
Okay.
we start talking facials. Okay?
For sure.
All right. Hi, Bree.
Hey.
There we go.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, I'm excited. A little nervous that I'm not wearing any makeup, but I'm excited.
I'm with you. We're right here.
Yeah, we all decided to go bare, right?
Yes.
So, Bree, I know that you do a lot of facials, and I mean, you do more than just facials. You do waxing, you just do a ton of other stuff. But I guess what we want you to kind of talk about, besides all of your waxing and all the other cool stuff that you do, is, what are great ways for women to take care of their skin, or a good way to give a facial, or even if someone wants to give their significant other a facial for, Valentine's Day. And we're talking about the healthy facial.
Yeah, the healthy. Okay, this is kid friendly.
So it is a Valentine's Day special, but we're talking about actually, because what a lot of people don't realize is like facials are great for everyone, men, women, your teens, it feels good to have all of that. So give us some points and tips and, what you like to use and what we should, be doing.
Yes. So thank you again, both of you, for having me on. So Juno S by Bree is pretty much my brand, my baby. And as you kind of already stated, we offer facials and body waxing, and soon to come in the summer, permanent makeup. So yeah, girl, I'm excited about that.
Wait, what is the business name again? Can we put that at the bottom, Missy?
Oh, yeah.
Of
Juno
course.
S by Bree.
What is it?
Juno S. I can type it up for you if you want me to.
We're gonna have that at the
Oh,
bottom.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
We'll have that at the bottom of the screen for you guys to take a look and find Bree.
Yeah. So pretty much to answer your first question, facials in general are extremely important just with the overall just healthiness of our skin. So we want to be able to take care of it. It's not just, oh, it's our skin, it's whatever, it's our hair, you can cut it and it's whatever. It's an organ. So with all organs, you have to take care of it. And if your skin begins to fail because it's lacking water or it's lacking just simple exfoliation, it can fail and die and trickle off. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Dr. Pimple Popper, but she has pieces on there where people's skin is it's a hot mess, because of lack of just caring for it or just ignoring the signs.
Yeah.
So things spicy, I think, for Valentine's Day, I give my husband facials all the time, skincare facials, to iterate that. And it honestly, once you go through a nice facial, it's really simple. And I think I kind of sent you guys like the basics, you don't have to go all deep into it with serums and all these different applications, but you just need to be able to cleanse, exfoliate the skin, and then of course you want to tone and moisturize.
For sure.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah. Go ahead, Missy. When you're ready, girl.
So I did all these samples for things for like cleaning, like moisturizer, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I just wanted to ask a couple questions. And this is why my background is, I'm in on my dining room and I don't have my nice house that is my dream house because it's clean. And that's the only reason.
You are fine.
So I get like these vitamin C green power.
I can't see. Is it a serum?
Yeah. With a cleanser, hydrating cleanser. And like there's this like H2O, keep it fresh.
I'm gonna grab mine.
Cleanser.
Okay.
I don't know. There we go.
Oh, there it goes. It's really clear there. Yeah. So that's just the face cleanser? Like that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And then this last one I got, and then I have like a soothing honey propolis. Oh, that's a moisturizer. Okay, see, I don't even know what I have. Then I got this
So
one.
many samples. We gotta like purge that a little bit.
Yeah. And then I have this one, and I really actually like this because it's an clean jelly oil cleanser, and it removes my like eyeliner. And I have a hard time getting my eyeliner off, and I don't know if it's because I'm just
that one
lucky.
sounds good. Like if you're having a day with makeup, I would probably use that one first because it sounds like it's oil based a little bit. So that would really help get the makeup off, and then go in with a second cleanser of your choice because you had so many. Just one that's either a little bit more foamy, and so then that way you can kind of reiterate what the first step did.
Okay, so do clean your face twice.
Yes, you always want to do a double cleanse is what they say. And I'm going to be doing a video with the orange just so you guys can see the difference, just because you guys can see like the different indents that oranges have. And when you do this one cleanse or just take a makeup wipe, you'll notice that makeup or dirt or debris or any other particles from this every day will still lie underneath the skin. But when you go in with that second cleanser, like I said, it reiterates and really digs deeper, helps lifting all of that dirt out, and then your skin's gonna feel like a baby's butt, literally.
Hey, Mom.
So, hey, baby. That's my daughter. Of course, she's on here watching because she's like, you know, I can watch about these facials.
Okay.
So I actually have a quick question before we kind of like jump in with everything. So how important is it to like exfoliate your skin? Because, you know, Missy was showing you a few different things, but I actually use like a resurfacing micro polisher, accelerated brightening. It's basically just a Neutrogena.
Yeah.
But it's like it almost feels like sandpaper kind of, you know, and I don't use it all the time because it says really to only use those things once a week or, you know, so on and so forth. But how important is it to do that?
Too, depending on how aggressive it is, you should do 2 or 3 times. But if it's feeling like sandpaper, I wouldn't want you to peel your skin back. You know? Exfoliating is honestly, it's a really, really important step. And like you guys know, I do waxing as well. So you should be exfoliating your face and your honestly, your vaginal area, your legs, underarms, anywhere there's usually body hair, at least 2 or 3 times a week. So really what that does, it helps. Yeah, it helps with dead skin. I don't know if you guys follow me, guys, on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. You can see when I do dermaplaning, you can usually see when all of that buildup is lifted off. So if you guys are maintaining it through in between your facials, the chances of you having so much buildup at your next one will be slimmer. And on top of that, you'll notice like after tonight, once we go through our little mini facial today, you'll actually see yourself glow, literally, because it's a whole new set of skin.
Wow, I'm excited to watch this.
A mask once a week. Like that's what I try and like that's my pamper is I do a mask once a week to get it done.
Yeah.
My daughter says she needs to get a facial.
Come see.
Yeah, she wants one bad. I'll have to send her to Bree.
Yes. And I do an Kate Somerville exfoliate. Yeah. I have a lot of exfoliates that I do in my shower, but this is what this one is.
Okay, I just love the name exfoliate.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
Right, like
I do a lot of like overnight masks. Yeah. So like after I take a shower and I wash my face thoroughly and, you know, make sure I hydrate, and then I always do like a overnight mask that kind of it's like seeps in, I guess, overnight.
No, I honestly agree with you because I always tell my clients if they can do a morning and night routine, I personally prefer at least try to get your skincare routine in at night. I don't know what it is about the skincare gods, but they just agree with skincare being done at night because you honestly do. It seems like you're like marinating. You know how we marinate our food or something like that? Yeah. That's honestly the same kind of concept when it comes to doing the skincare routine at night for me personally. I've noticed a lot of my clients and myself because I actually still suffer with acne. And I got it clear and under control. Like this is like my trouble area, but it looks pretty smooth right now on the camera. So that's honestly with exfoliating and cleansing and moisturizing, everything I'm going to show you guys today. at night. And then if you guys are into your serums, we can talk about that later. Applying that in even your overnight mask as well, and then waking up and then rinsing your face.
Yep.
It's like a whole new person. It's like a new woman.
Yeah, it is for sure, for sure. So yeah, I mean, you're definitely interested in seeing what you have for us. I guess I only have one more question, if you don't mind me throwing that in there. How do you feel about oils? Because like me, after like, okay, so I wear makeup, right? Like I love to wear makeup, but there's some days where like I wash my face and I exfoliate really well. I did my whole overnight thing. I wake up in the morning, I wash my face again, and then I put oil and I'm just like, just popping the whole day. It looks like I put makeup on and, you know, I just maybe put a little bit of mascara on and my face is like, so how do you feel about oils?
I mean, I guess my follow-up question for you would be, what kind of oil are we talking about? Like
So I have an oil that's called Bright Beauty Oil. It's a facial oil. It's like jojoba, safflower, vitamin E, lemon essential. It's like a mixture.
Yeah.
But then I also use just plain like coconut oil facial oil too sometimes, and it's like it comes in the same bottle. You can buy them, you know, in the facial oil sections or whatnot, and it's just like pure coconut oil, and I use that too. And that one, I'm like, sometimes that one, it's like I'm glistening forever.
So I'm definitely a fan of the first one, just because of the ingredients and the vitamins that it says that, you know, are part of that particular oil serum.
Yeah.
So that one actually, like I said, it will add the proper nutrients to your skin versus coconut oil. If it doesn't have any other properties with it, I'm just afraid like putting oil on your skin and then you're clogging your pores. But
I don't know if it has anything else in it. I'd have to actually read it. I just know it's like a coconut facial oil, but this one's obviously my favorite because it's like down to the bottom.
And
like
I won't put any oils on my skin because I break out like a 14-year-old boy hitting puberty. And that's just my skin. I know it. I just know that's what I'm going to get.
Aubrey's laughing at you because she heard you say that.
How do you use this thing, right?
Okay, so you
What
see
is that? I love that. I have that too.
I don't even have one here, but you see that one? So then what you do is if you were using serums, let's pretend.
It's all about the muscle structure, right? Like you always want to go up in the muscle areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the same thing for here.
Around, yep. And then up here. And then you have your jawline.
Yep, right here. Kind of this way. I have a different one with me, which this is another one that the kids had got me. But Missy, if you do that for like 30 minutes a night, you feel like you had a facelift. I'm not even kidding you.
Especially
with wrinkles.
Yeah, it helps with the fine lines and wrinkles, helps with the collagen, helps with blood flow. It honestly is a wonderful tool to have in your own care.
And I heard that the places that feel more tender are the places that have less collagen. Is that correct?
One more time, I missed it, Elaine.
Oh, I heard that the places that get a little more tender are places that have less collagen, that you have to kind of keep working it in a little bit. Is that correct?
Yeah, under the eye is the most. As you can tell, like there's not a lot of skin there. It's super thin. So you definitely want to be very, very careful. Even when applying makeup there as well, like it's not good to pack it on underneath the eye because then it creases and then it looks all crusty at the end of the night. That's just the easy way to put it. But yeah. And because that J roller you're in good business, Melissa, with that one.
I did I do the BoxyCharm.
I got that from BoxyCharm too.
I love BoxyCharm. I'm going to have to scale back though because I kind of got yelled at for so much coming out of
it. Yeah, because she gets like 3 different boxes because she's like a plus and a supreme and all of that. Like she doesn't just start with
all of it. I need the
that's just how I did it. And I got a little yelled at, but I love it because I love my makeup, and that's the thing too. I love my makeup. I was so sick of Etsy. Because I was getting Etsy for years, and they started giving me the same things over and over again. And I'm like, really? Like, I fill out your surveys.
Right. No, I used to be so into makeup maybe a couple years back. Honestly, if you would have caught me maybe like 3 years ago, you couldn't tell me nothing. So I honestly can't even judge you. Like, because I was you. Literally, I used to have everything. So
Yeah, I love makeup too, but I also love I love a good face mask. I
Yeah.
love oils. I love all of that stuff. Like I really do. So show us what you got. What do you got
Yeah.
going on, Bree?
I got a warm bowl of water right here, ready to go.
I was gonna say, are you guys doing this facial with me? Are the people at home doing this?
I'm watching. I might throw on a little bit. I mean, I just washed my face, so I put on a little bit of that oil earlier today, but yeah, I'm
All right.
watching. I'm definitely here to learn. And everybody else is watching. So ladies,
Oh.
do a justice right now if you are watching and share this to your best friend, share this to your daughters, your cousins, share it to your boo thing and be like, hey, this is what's going on V-Day, so be ready,
Yes.
I should go grab my husband. That's what I should.
Yeah, you should have grabbed him, girl, and been like, look, you're coming on this.
I
And I'm gonna
still can. It could still happen. Let me see.
Girl, make him do that facial with you.
No, for real. Okay,
No
so
better than having someone to practice on, for sure.
absolutely. I practice on him all the time, especially when I have a new technique.
Have you made him sit down for a waxing? She said, Mommy Missy is ready.
Yep. Ready to go.
All right, I just texted him. But okay, so the brand that I'm using is also the brand that I use on my clients. It's
All these girls are here tonight.
Right. They're like, hey, Mom.
It's facials, girl. You knew they were going to tune into this.
Oh, and we got Tom. Hi, Tom. Where's Molly, Tom?
Hi.
Molly needs to get on here.
Okay.
Do a facial with us.
Yes, do a facial. Men, women, all y'all. Do it.
Oh, here's Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Hi.
We were watching your show in a green screen before we went live, cracking up.
It was hilarious. It was
Molly.
Yeah.
What?
That girl that had I don't know. I don't want to know
The face?
person.
The crazy face?
Yeah, it was a little extreme, sis. It was extreme. Okay, so Alyssa, are you ready? You got your cleanser?
Got my cleanser. Okay, which one?
All right, you got your exfoliator?
Got my exfoliator.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Actually, I'm gonna use this cleanser. And I got my moisturizer. I got two.
I hope you're watching because we're doing this after we're off this show together as a girls thing.
I even have my toner right here.
Perfect. Okay, we're set. So like I was letting you guys know really quick, the Thera Vegan line, I use this on my clients as well. And this is what helped clear my acne. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna remove my glasses and all my jewelry.
Okay, and what is the line? What's the name of the line again?
Skin Script.
Skin Script. I like the way that sounds.
Yes. Do you want me to bring it kind of close so you can kind of see the bottle a little bit? Like how
let me see. That's super cool.
So this is like my favorite cleanser because I have acne. So like this is my go-to. It's very strong. And it has a lot of active ingredients in there, so it gets the job done.
Now, here's how price range. Is it like I'm going to go to McDonald's type of price range, or is it like I'm going to go to Texas Roadhouse, or is it like I'm going to Carnivore? Yeah.
Well, this bottle was like $18. The exfoliator was $22.
Oh, that's not bad. That's
I don't know. How do you guys, where do you want to put that? Am I really sure?
I would say that's more like Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, but it's not something that's not doable though.
No.
Like,
Yeah, like I feel like
if you budgeted correctly, you could buy one week and then one the next week.
Yeah, and then they even have a full kit. I bought the whole kit and it was $164 for the whole kit. But it came with 2 cleansers, an exfoliator, 2 different types of toners, and this little thing here, this blemish spot treatment. That's really awesome too. All right, Melissa, you got your cleanser?
I do.
You have some hand sanitizer because what you should always do first before you touch your face is sanitize or wash your hands. I'm like right here at the sink, so I'm just gonna wash my hands really quick because we touch our phones all day long.
Yes.
On different appliances, doorknobs, and you're gonna go and put those dirty hands right on your face. No, ma'am. So we're just gonna rinse our hands, sanitize our hands really quick. And then I'm gonna just take a little bit. You don't need much with cleanser. You just need a little bit, especially with this brand.
No, you can't play with that. No, you can't play with that. Do you want me here? Come here.
My sister's watching, so I'm gonna shout out my little sister,
Okay.
Sydney. What up,
Yes.
Boo?
Yes.
Michelle asked,
Edsy ones, you guys can see it really good, okay?
where do you buy that?
They actually only sell to estheticians. So if they are interested, they can always contact us and then we can get the skincare line for them. Or even
Oh,
samples.
nice.
I have samples at the shop as well.
I need some samples. I want to try it for sure. I think it would be, I definitely would like to try it. I don't get acne much, but I do get it like around, the woman time. And then like always, I'm like super high stressed. I will get a damn pimple and I'm like, dang it. And I never really get pimples. So it's just in between those times that I do.
And that's yes, ma'am, Melissa, I hear you. Go ahead.
Says he needs eye tightening cream. And Molly is, I need to do this. I do not do makeup, both because I never have time and because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wait, let me tell Molly something. But Molly, you can get permanent makeup, love, where all you have to worry about is your skincare. Like, absolutely.
And I'll be offering the brows really soon this summer. So
a micro.
Yeah,
I want those so bad.
Me too. For sure.
That's coming soon. So I may hit you guys up, and let you guys know. So what we're gonna
I'll come be one of your spokespeople for sure.
Okay, Elaine, I'm gonna hold you to it, girl.
Girl, hold me to it.
All right, so we're just gonna remove the cleanser. Nisha, honestly, it doesn't take all day to cleanse your face because a lot of people feel like it's a long process. It's really not. You just want to get in there and cleanse the whole day. What was that? I see a comment, but I can't see because I'm blind.
Tom said that for Valentine's Day, he wants Molly and makeup. Girl, you got to put that MAC Red lipstick on because nothing does it like MAC Red, first of all.
With some lashes. Hey. Okay.
Yes, some lashes.
Yes.
Molly, you and I can go out and do it, and we'll do a double date.
Okay, Melissa, we see you. She said she'll do it. Double dating. Are you ready to exfoliate?
Almost. Okay.
No, you're good. I don't want to go too fast. I just can't.
Okay. No, I'm good.
I want to be at
least you guys will be ready for the night, though. That's like the perfect thing.
No, seriously.
I love makeup. I love getting my makeup done. I love getting my hair done. I love getting my hair brushed. Like, I like to be pampered.
No, seriously. That's going to be me on Saturday. I'm getting my makeup done Saturday for my early birthday celebration. And I cannot wait. Just to get
doing your makeup.
Tara Levine's doing my makeup.
Okay, so I'm supposed to exfoliate right now?
Yes. So I just applied my exfoliator. Mine is really, I don't know if you can see, but it's really gritty. Yeah. But it looks like cream. Almost like oatmeal. That's what it looks like.
I'm trying to get it to, there we go.
And then what you want to do, you just want to work it in.
Oh, I see yours, Melissa. You're so short compared to the camera. I saw you had to get up.
I have it like way above because I moved my living room around again.
Oh, my sister missed the shout out because she was tinkling, so I had to put that out there. So, Sydney Renee, I just want to tell you I love you, boo, and thank you for watching and supporting your big sis.
Oh,
I did say when I was talking to you early, Bree, like your generation had YouTube to learn how to do this stuff.
I had school.
And my mom had no makeup. She didn't do makeup.
It was like trial and error for their generation.
And I had, 17 magazine was like my way of knowing what to do with makeup.
Yeah. But magazines though, they always had some really good models in there though. But they were always like high fashion makeup, not like every day. I feel.
You know what I think did it too is like reality TV definitely let us come into the, viewing of seeing people without, not in their best, without makeup on, in between shows, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that.
Absolutely. So after about a minute or so of working in that exfoliator, we should just go in and remove it, Melissa. I don't know if you started removing already.
Yeah, I did.
She's like, girl, I gotta get this off my face.
No, I got a little one who's trying to get into the bowl of water.
Hi, little one.
You want to come on camera? Come here.
Hi.
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 Just cleaning our faces because, you know, we care about ourselves.
Yeah. I know Jeff's in the back, like probably cleaning his face, huh?
Right. Getting ready so that way you guys can put on. I honestly feel like after I go in and cleanse my face and exfoliate it really well, like my makeup just lays so much better.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Like dermaplaning, oh, it's so nice. Because dermaplaning gets all the peach fuzz off the face.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It makes you feel wonderful.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna go in and rinse one more time.
I always get it done, and I always run in like to whatever room like Joe or like little Joe or like one of the kids are in. I'm like, feel my face.
How's it
Yeah,
feel?
it feels like it just feels so good.
No, seriously. Oh, I need a facial. Like now I need a real facial now.
So I never really break out. So like I told you, I break out when it's like the time of the month, right? But you know why I break out with stress pimples is because when I'm stressed, what I usually do is this. And I do this so much, I always break out with a pimple right here. It's like always in that spot. It's so funny.
We have to find different ways to alleviate that stress, Elaine, because that's an internal factor. So, or external, I should say. And
Aw, thank you, boo. That's my little sister.
hi, sis. And hormonal breakouts are so common with a lot of people. But that's when you up your skincare, boo.
Yeah, I know. And then it's like, you can ask Missy. I'm usually like back to back running around with like so much stuff that I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, we wash our face together often because by the time we're able to talk, a lot of times we're washing our face or brushing our teeth or we've talked in the shower several times.
So you're like, hey, girl, this is our quality time right here. Oh, but I want to share the toner pads that I'm using, Melissa.
Oh, the toner? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to tone and then moisturize. That's the order.
I have Pharmacy Deep Sweep.
Ooh, that sounds fancy. What's in that?
It does sound fancy.
2% BHA pore cleansing toner with moringa and papaya.
I'm loving
I
yeah.
got BoxyCharm.
Okay,
yeah, BoxyCharm does too a lot.
We see you. And then here I am like, oh, I just have tea tree. That's all I got. You got papaya over there. It's all nice.
So how good is rosemary for your face?
How good is rosemary?
Yeah, like rosemary or rose hip oil or whatever it's called. Like how good is that for your face? Is it actually, because I was reading that it takes care of a lot of imperfections, but I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Well, I mean, there's certain things like rosemary that do have properties that can be beneficial. However, I'm not 100% confident with as far as the details in regards to rosemary, so I don't want to send you off. But let me go do some research for you, and then I can give you an answer to that.
Yeah, let me
And you
know,
can
because
come back
I
on the
see
show
about,
and
like,
give us an answer.
I see a lot of stuff has vitamin C too.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff has vitamin C in
that I
it.
did learn that a lot of people think that like turmeric. I've been learning a lot about natural products, but a lot of people think that turmeric. Even myself, I thought it was a great lightening agent. Like if you have dark spots or hyperpigmentation, it's actually not. That's a false read right there. And I was kind of shocked when I found that out because I swore by it, you know. Sorry guys.
Well, yeah, tea tree oil is great for lots. I just have to tell you that Bree, you've completely won over my daughters. Like they are like, we have to go see Bree. This is it. So yeah, they're on here commenting and they're like, oh my God, Aubrey's like, I have to go see her. And Siani's like, I'm watching this, Mom. I'm watching. And I'm like, okay, girl, like I got you guys.
Oh, tell them they're everything. They just made my day.
Oh, yeah.
That tea tree was bomb because I agree. Tea tree is life. So
I mean, it's good for your hair too. It's good for so many things. It's
yeah.
Oh my God, it keeps away lice.
Does it really?
Yep.
Does it really? Oh.
Well, because it smells like shit. I'm sorry.
I like the way it smells.
Do you? Oh no,
Yes.
I can't. Like, cause we put it like we do our own hair masks too, like with avocado, like actual avocados and.
Well, we're
and
coming over for
seafood.
a spa day is what I'm
Oh
hearing.
yes, girl. We do it all over here, and we
Can
put
I-
like
I'm gonna
we
put the
do
mask
like
on my face.
avocados, tea tree oil. We do coconut oil, like olive oil mixed in there. So and then like a little bit of hair growth oil in there also, and we kind of just like mix it up. We even put like we do facials with avocado and like coffee, and we grind it up really well because of the caffeine in there. Yeah, we've
Okay,
done a lot of
girl.
research on some other stuff. So when we do those things, like that tea tree oil just smells like just nasty. It's nasty.
I can't stand the coffee smell. I
Oh,
have a
I love
coffee
coffee.
scrub. I know, I'm giving you my coffee scrub that I got because I can't
I love
stand
the
it.
coffee smell. I got a coffee body scrub for Christmas, and I used it all already.
You can have mine.
It was little,
I don't
but
like
I
coffee.
still used it all.
I have like 6 other scrubs too because I get a
Oh
lot.
God, I love chocolate covered coffee beans. Tell me you haven't tried the Starbucks chocolate covered coffee beans.
No, I don't like
Oh
coffee.
my God. Look, girl, if you need to pick me up in the middle of the day and you get these they're little chocolate balls, they are so awesome.
And where do you get them from? I'm nosy now.
Starbucks. Go get them at
Starbucks?
Starbucks. And you just like pop it in your mouth
Bree
and chew
cleaned
it.
it.
Say less. We are
Oh,
there.
Aubrey she had to speak up that she got me the coffee scrub. But yeah, go get the chocolate coffee beans at Starbucks. So that shit's awesome.
Dude, I'm excited. Melissa, I don't know if I left you behind, but I moisturized my face and then I did my blemish spot treatments because I get my acne right in here. But you don't have to do that.
I put the lotion already on, and
Okay.
I do have.
So go ahead.
I do have like spot treatments that I usually get because for some reason I'm getting like these weird pimples. They're not like whiteheads, but they're not like under this. They're like under the skin, but they're not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. What? Almost cystic, but not.
Okay.
Because if you just push on them, they come
I missed it.
They're almost cystic.
Because they don't surface, but they're still like raised.
Right. Yes, but they come off. And I've been getting them like on my chin nonstop. And then all of a sudden I started getting them right here and right here. Like, and I'm like hyper
COVID or post-COVID?
Post-COVID.
Okay, it's the mask. I like to tell all my clients because a lot of my clients have suffered with some type of breaking out in this vicinity. It's the mask. The devil lie. It's the mask. It's the added moisture because we're breathing. We're like this. Breathing.
Oh, but I don't ever leave my house.
Yeah, so that turns into moisture. So now we're pretty much, our skin can't breathe. So now it's going to break out. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to I also have like a really quick question. So here's something funny, right? So during the pandemic, the Dollar Tree started getting a lot of other products from different places that weren't able to sell that were closed down. And they had like these Clearasil little pimple, I don't know, like little sticky things that you stick on the pimples, right? And I didn't believe that they worked. I didn't believe that they worked. So we bought them because they were $1, right? At the dollar store, like, let me try them. And they freaking worked. And they still carry them, which is really funny. Those things actually worked. Like I put it on one night and then like the next night it was, I mean, I didn't want to say it was gone, but it was like 50% lower. Like red. Like it was actually really cool.
We used to do it like toothpaste back in the day, like before I to like my skincare. Toothpaste, you put it right on your pimple, go to sleep, wake up, and it's like almost gone. Like
I tell my son that all the time. I'm like, throw some damn toothpaste on it.
Let it dry out. You'll be all right.
Or even just baking powder, baking soda. I mean, we'll do it. Like a little dab of baking soda on it.
Yeah.
I'm the mama where it's like
Melissa got the hair down.
I know.
I'm the mama that's like, come here, let me pop it.
No. Oh my gosh.
The only thing I pop on everybody's house is their blackheads.
No. Make sure if you're gonna pop anything. Oh my God. Let me grab my towel. I just had a hot flash. No. But have to pop their pimple, please, please, please make sure you like at least soften your skin. So you place a warm towel on the area.
In the pore.
Yes, and keep I usually use a towel so that way it's not too much pressure because we don't want to cause scarring. Ugh.
Yeah.
We're trying to get rid of the scars. We don't want to add any more.
Well, my daughter bought this little blackhead remover thing. So
I use that like clients too. Those are nice. But
oh my
make
God,
sure
after trying it. Okay. After trying it, like we were all trying to just find extra blackheads on each other. It was disgusting, but it was like addicting at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's really nice. I like popping pimples. So
I don't know about pimples, but blackheads, I could watch that all day.
Yes. Or whiteheads, especially like
whiteheads
in around this region. Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel?
I feel good.
I feel really good.
You see that glow?
Yeah. Your mom said, your daughter said you lost it.
I did. I lost it. We don't have it anymore now. We just got to go see Bree.
There you go. Because this glow is forever. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's lit.
I can see it, girl. I can see Missy's too.
I'm excited to do the eyes too now. So we're going to do eyes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to be so glammed up.
Oh, actually, speaking of eyes, Melissa, thank you for bringing that up. I have a really quick question my daughter wanted me to ask. When using eye cream, like for dark circles or just, why does it always feel like after you use it, like your eyes water forever? Is there like a reason, or is it like something we just shouldn't be using then? Because we have a couple of different ones. Like we have a banana eye cream. We have like a cherry eye cream, cherry something eye cream, and it's basically just to like lighten or whatnot. But why does it feel like it's almost like when you put it on, like your eyes just continuously water? Is that like an allergic reaction to it?
Are you feeling like your skin's burning? Is it irritated? Your eyes are
no. Yeah, it just feels kind of like heavy, I think. Maybe. Okay.
And then how much are you guys applying? Because
just a little bit.
Just eye cream, a little bit. Is it like small, like a little speck? Like, because that's
like a little bitty pea size, kind of. Maybe a little. Should we do a little less and try it and see how that?
Yeah. And don't be too aggressive, because a lot of people when they apply it, they're just like, you have to treat it like a feather and just glide across. However, if that problem continues, like I probably would stop. But at the same time, our eyes and our nose, like this whole vicinity is connected. So sometimes when I'm giving clients extractions, their eyes will water nonstop. So, I mean, it could just be the simple fact that you're sensitive. And by messing with this area, you're aggravating, your senses. So that's the normal reaction because it may think that something's in its eye. So it's just trying to cleanse it. That's all usually what tears mean. But if you're red or if you feel that it's the fragrance of I was going to ask too, like, do you feel like that fragrance is too small by smelling it? Because that could also cause the irritation for your tears to water because it may think that it's in your eye and it's really not. So we're just tricking your mind to cleanse it.
I get it, girl. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Molly, because I'm sitting here like, what in the hell is wrong with me? Like, and then I let Aubrey try it, and she's like, it keeps doing that to me too. And I was like, oh, okay.
You guys might be sensitive to the smell of it, honestly, or you may be a little aggressive.
I thought I was being gentle. I'm gentle. I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm like really gentle around my eyes because I'm like, I do not want any bags or wrinkling or any of that. So I'm like, really.
Right.
Melissa, you look like really good, girl.
You
put yourself up on this big screen really quick so I can look at you.
Put her up here at the top. Yes, girl.
Look at you. Sorry if you guys saw my forehead. I was zooming in right here.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I love it. And you got the little curl dipped. Okay, girl. You right.
Yeah, you look good. You look really clear.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are gonna make me blush. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but we do have to get on to the next segment.
Yes.
So
yes.
we are going to put you in the green room. If you can stay, that would be great. If you can't, I completely understand because I know that you have an early morning with a client.
Yeah.
But let's bring Jeff up.
Are you gonna go ahead and leave us then, Bree, and then we can always share more information? It's up to you.
I don't know. I just looked at the time, so I'm like, ugh.
We can have you on another time too. That would be great to have you back on another time.
Yeah, because you guys are so I was so
Go get some
nervous.
rest if you want to rest, love. You did great. You did like an
Yeah.
amazing job. So if you want to go get some rest, everyone knows where to find you. Look her up on Bree Smith. What's your Snapchat name, real quick, Bree?
Universe by Bree. The name of
Everything is in the description of the show also, so you can click on and find her there.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
Yes.
Go enjoy your night. Go. You cleaned your face. Go lay down and have a great night, Bree. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Hey,
Guys. Thank
love
you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming
Bye.
on. Bye. Okay.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello.
How are you? Sorry,
I'm
we're
very
running
good.
a little
No,
behind.
totally fine. I get it. You know, one of the cool things about skincare and makeup is that they kind of do go hand in hand together, because a lot of times people come in, you know, she was talking about acne and things like that, and the biggest thing that people with acne and makeup is people think that you can cover texture, and you cannot cover texture. I can cover any discoloration on your face, I can cover up dark circles, I can cover up blemishes, but you cannot cover up texture. So when
Like if
somebody's
you have
got
a
like
scab or something.
well, like a scab, like I've got this this blemish on my nose right here, like it's actually messing up my entire nose contour, like it's crusty and dry around there, but that's because I've put things to dry up that blemish on my face today. So good skin does start with good skincare, and you know, when a lot of times like texture things like that, that's going to help even out your skin. Your skincare is going to help even out the texture of your skin. So you always want to treat before covering. So the two kind of, that's why when you go for a makeover, no matter what counter you go sit down at a department store, they're always going to start you out with skincare.
Awesome.
Okay.
Look at you. Okay.
So I kind of, when Melissa asked me to be on, I kind of asked her what she wanted me to kind of focus on, because a full face
It's an hour show.
No, it's all good. A full face does take a little bit of time. So we are going to focus on the eyes today.
Okay. I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So do you guys have your primer with you?
I do.
All right.
I'm here. I'm just kind of following along.
All right.
All of this is something that I'm going to try with my girls afterwards, but it's definitely information.
Cool.
And I'm here for moral support.
Awesome. Well, I'll just kind of go through the routine that I was planning on today. If you guys have any questions or want to interrupt me, let me know. So I am going to start off with primer. I prefer right now, I'm using a MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. What primer is going to do is it's going to give you a base for your primer or for your shadows to start off. So it's going to help to even out your skin texture. It's going to help cover a little bit of discoloration. It's also going to help create a barrier between your skin and your eyeshadow. So everybody's eye area is naturally a little bit oily. So that's why an oil
Mine
breaks.
is darker. Why is that? It's always like, it looks like I'm always wearing eyeshadow and I'm not. Why does it like, is that normal?
What's your nationality, if you don't mind my asking?
I am Latina, but I'm also, I also have, you know, Indian also. So it's like, but yeah.
It really could just be your DNA. It really could just be like, you know how like some women of color, they have naturally like around here it's a little bit darker. So a lot of times they'll use color correcting to kind of help lighten that to even out the whole skin tone. It's just in their DNA. So it could just be that you naturally, but I mean, a lot of people actually strive for that and they love when that, because it looks like they're wearing eyeshadow when they're really not.
Yeah, everybody always thinks I am, and I'm like, no, it's freaking, I don't have no black eyes, but I'm good.
It looks like you're wearing makeup at all times, and I hate you for
That's what
it.
she tells me. She's like, it always looks like you're wearing makeup, and I'm like, no, but I'm not. I'm not wearing any makeup.
I think it's cool.
Well, thank you, but I do love makeup.
Sweet. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. So also primer. What primer does is it almost helps to weatherproof your eyeshadow as well. It is not going to, it's going to make them weather resistant, not weatherproof. Pardon my lingo there. So like that means if it rains and the like rain gets on your eyeshadow, as long as you don't wipe your eye color is not going to go anywhere.
Wow. Okay.
So like I said, I prefer, you can use whatever you like to apply it. I actually prefer to use a brush, like a little concealer brush with my primer, just so that I have a little bit more control. So I've just taken a little bit of primer on my brush, and I've already actually primed both of my eyes.
And I just did mine.
And you want to take your primer from your lash line all the way up to the brows. And make sure you tuck it right at your lash line as well. And then I'm a big fan of doing shadow under the eye as well, just because I feel like help pull your whole eye look together, makes it a little bit more cohesive. So I am gonna lightly run my primer under the eye as well to help prime that for the under eye primer that we're gonna be using. All right, so we are all primed, and to not prime is a crime. I don't know if anybody follows any of the other influencers, any of the other beauty influencers, but I'm a big fan of Nikki Tutorials, and that's one of her things is not to prime is a crime. So as we age, Melissa said that, she really wanted me to kind of focus on what a hooded eye is. And a hooded eye, it's just a eye shape. It's a type of eye shape. So if you can actually look at, I have a hooded eye. So when I look directly at the camera, you actually see this extra flap of skin, which is technically this is the hood of my eye. So that's why you see a lot of beauty influencers, when they post their photos to Instagram or they show them on their Facebook, they're always kind of going like this because it helps to lift the whole eyebrow up. So that way you can actually see all of the artistry that someone's taken all the time to do, because with hooded eyes, we do have to kind of change, we have to use makeup to change the shape of our eye to kind of eliminate that hood. So that way when we close our eye and open it, when we're looking directly at somebody, they still see all that artistry that we took all that time to do.
So do I have a hooded eye?
Can you come a little bit closer? You have a slight hooded eye.
Okay.
Can you
I have big ass eyes. I know.
No, you have big open eyes, but it's really hard to see, especially in that small viewfinder as well. I can't really see very well the shape of your eye, but it looks just slightly right there.
Okay.
So I've primed my eye, and because I have blue eyes, I'm going to use, this is the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette right here.
I love Jeffree Star.
I do too. And we're not going to talk about him personally, but the man does know how to make some formulas of makeup. So even if you don't support him as a person, what he does create and what he does make is an amazing product. So I'm going to be using this here because of the shades of purples is really going to help bring out my blue eyes. Purples are also a good color for anybody who has hazel eyes or brown eyes. Anybody can really wear purple because it is going to help kind of bring out colors inside of your eyes to accentuate those.
Missy, really quick, what color are your eyes?
Mine are hazel, but it depends on my mood. If I'm really pissed off, they're really dark. If I'm really happy and giddy, they're kind of almost a blue sometimes.
Oh, okay. Mine are death black. They're close to black. I have a really rare dark, it's chocolate brown.
But see, people with brown eyes, they have the most options for shadows to wear, because basically you can wear any shadow across the entire board and it's going to bring out your brown eyes. Where people with different colored eyes, they can't always wear all colors of wear all shadows to help accentuate their eyes. Obviously, artistry is artistry, and makeup are no rules, but there is a theory to it. So color theory is a thing. So you want to always, you can wear blue eyeshadow if you want to wear blue eyeshadow. If you want doing a look that you want to wear green, but if you want to wear an everyday, you want to wear colors that are going to help accentuate your eye color. And Melissa does have some charts that I sent her that will help kind of
Do you want me to pull one up?
Sure.
Or no, we don't have time.
Yeah. Well, not really, but if anybody's interested, they can ask Melissa for them.
We have time. Yeah, we have time. We can definitely share those.
All right. So I think she has 2.
Yes, I am working on getting them up right now. Where is the file?
So while she's working on that, can I ask you, Jeff, how long have you been doing makeup?
I've been doing makeup for about 12 years now. I started at Bare Minerals, where I did learn, that was where I learned the theory of makeup and how to actually apply and use makeup to change the shape of the face, accentuate and contour and highlight. But in terms of my artistry, that is all self-taught, because the way I do eye makeup is not at all like I was taught to do at Bare Minerals. My makeup is a lot more of the artistry aspect and not so much more of just getting the color on to accentuate your eyes. I love the artistry part of it too. So on this, So on this chart here, you see the brown eyes. These are just some colors that you can wear with your eyes that are going to help accentuate them. More for like wearing for like every day, for like wearing to work and things like that, just because it's going to help bring those eyes out.
I like
So,
it.
so I'm going to go ahead.
Really quick, Jeff, do you have like an Instagram or a way that people can contact you for some of your artistry work?
I do. So it is basically the name that I've put in here today, the j.t.ma. That is actually my Instagram handle. Melissa also does have all of my contact information as well. She's got my Instagram, my Facebook page, my Twitter, and my Pinterest is on there as well. So again, here's just another face chart with some eye colors on there. Going to help kind of, and you can actually see how when you see their eye color on there, when the shadow is like behind and it's present next to theirs, it makes that eye color pop. And like you hear that very, very frequently in like the beauty industry. I want to make this pop. I want to bring this out. I want to highlight this. So bringing out those, those colors are going to help bring it and accentuate those eye colors and make them really pop. So the first color I'm going to use is going to be, if anybody watches YouTube or any of the beauty influencers, there's this thing called the transition shade. And basically what your transition shade is, it's something that you lay down almost as, I don't want to call it a base color, but it's something that you lay into your crease. So that way when you layer all of your other shadows on top, everything just kind of blends together, and you don't ever really want to see where one color starts and another color stops. That's how everybody gets that super like gradient effect where it starts off really light and then gradually gets darker, but it's a fade to the eye. Like you don't see like these choppy layers. Your eye should look like a sunset, not a parfait cup. You should never like see the layers. So the first color I'm going to use is going to be, I'm going to do an all purple eye for you today. So the first color I'm going to use is, I think I'm going to use this color here called Vivid Moon. So I'm going to use kind of like a flatter like blending brush. And I'm just going to kind of pat that in my palette. And then I'm going to look down into a mirror. Because when you look down into the mirror, it helps to open up your whole eye area up for you. So that way you're never like pulling on the eye, because like, like Bree was talking about with skincare, you don't ever want to pull on the skin because that is going to lead to premature aging of the skin. So I've got a little bit of color on my brush, and you always want to start off in layers. It's always easier to add more product. You can't really take it off. So I like to start off with very, very sheer washes of color and keep building up till I get the depth of color that I'm looking for. So I've tap off the excess, and very, very lightly in the crease of my eye, I'm just using like a windshield wiper motion back and forth into the natural crease of my eye. But notice how now when I do that, I did the crease color, but you don't see any of the color anymore because of the hooded eye. So what you want to do is you want to take that color and you want to go slightly higher than you think you should. So it's almost literally up on my brow bone. And then I'm just taking and doing very, very light, like blending motions, like circular motions also, to kind of help blend out that shade. And maybe I'll just do, just to save kind of time today, and so you can actually see the difference between one eye, I'll only do one eye. So that way, like, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
So,
I'm like watching in amazement. Go ahead.
No. So again, I'm starting off, I want to build up my color to get, and wherever you put your brush is where you're going to get the most application of color. So everybody always has the most darkness on the outside part of their eye, and then it gradually gets lighter. So again, you're going to get that gradient effect where it's lighter on the inside and gradually gets darker.
I love when people put like that one line in between and they put like diamonds or glitter or whatever, like in that one line crease, and it just looks so beautiful.
I love when they take like a glitter liner, and so they've got their whole eye look, and then they just take that glitter liner and follow that into the crease of the eye.
Yes.
That's super cute.
It is. I don't know how the hell to do it, but it's super cute.
That's definitely advanced artistry right there.
Okay, I have a problem now, and I need your help.
Yep.
I have an eyebrow piercing.
You have a what?
Eyebrow piercing.
Eyebrow piercing?
Yes, and it gets in the way with makeup.
It's
With
going
the
to be
eyeshadow.
about, so it's going to be more about brushing, about your brushes. So you see how this
Okay.
one's kind of like larger and fluffy.
Yeah.
I would say because when you get to that eyebrow, you're going to want something smaller. So
A thin, like a thin little brush that looks
see
like a.
how thin, it's still fluffy, but
Yeah.
it's really, really thin. And when you get to that eyebrow, when you do your blending, you're going to want to almost take your brush and you're going to want to lay it flat on your eyebrow, like right there, like that. And almost like you're scratching it with your brush. You're just going to want to take that and see how you have a little bit more control when you get inside that like eyebrow piercing or when you get to the outside. But also, that is a really good technique to blend out your shadow. So you could kind of see that line where my shadow was and where, because I'm leaving that color up here lighter, because I'm not going to do an actual brow highlight because I want this to be more everyday for everybody. So I'm going to take the side of that brush and I'm just going to kind of scratch the edge of that shadow to blend it out.
I love brow highlights though.
I'll do one just for you then.
I love it.
I do too.
So I've got the outside corner, but now I'm going to take that color and I'm actually going to buff that into the front of my brow.
And let me just remind you, ladies, and everybody who's watching this that loves makeup, you know, this is like a super cute, sexy look too for Valentine's Day that you can kind of switch out from like date or into lingerie or into facial mode. You know what I mean? So like,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
super cute. Yeah, super, super cute. I love it.
So this is another tip that I learned from Nikki Tutorials was about applying the shadow into the front of the brow, just because it does make the eye look a little bit more cohesive. And it really helps to open up that whole eye area because you're creating a shadow, hence eyeshadow, which is really going to help to open up. And as long as you're always bringing your shadows up, not out, lifting up, and that's like doing the cat eye. Everything is always like this because it helps to elongate the eye and open it up to make it give you that sexy look. So now I've got a really nice transition shade, which is going to also double as my crease shade, but I want to create a little bit more depth to this look. So I'm going to take a brush that's a little bit more tapered, but still a blending brush. So see how this one's really fluffy, but it's almost got more of like a point on the tip of that. So this one's I'm going to take a darker color. So I'm going to go probably with this Blood Queen shade right here, which is going to be the really, really dark purple. And that I'm going to take and I'm just going to kind of lightly touch just to the tip because I just want to focus that color concentration into the tip of the brush. Again, I'm going to tap off the excess. And this I'm going to start right at the base of the crease of my eye. And this I'm just going to tuck in right at where my eyelid naturally creases. And I'm not going to do a lot of like blending up into the brow or up to the brow bone because this is going to help create a little bit of depth to the eye.
I see it already. You know, my daughter Siani wants to learn how to do makeup and be like a makeup artist. So I'm sure that she's like intensively watching right now.
The best thing that I can do is to recommend for her is learn her eye shape. And really watch YouTube videos that are going to kind of teach her how to do her eye shape. That is the best thing that I can tell anybody who wants to get started. If they really want to perfect their own makeup or if they want to learn how to start doing makeup, find somebody on YouTube that you can follow along that has their eye shape. And then once you learn your eye shape, that's when you can watch other YouTube videos and watch other people's eye shapes to learn different techniques. And then you can start applying onto other people.
Is that like the key of makeup is the eye shape? It starts with the eyes?
It does start with the eyes because when also, you know, everybody talks about like contouring and highlighting, which is like one of the biggest trends right now in makeup. I mean, it has been for a long time, but you can really, really change the shape of your face. And this is going to be something that we're going to have to come back and visit sometime because I do have tons and tons of tips and techniques. And like on blush placement, like people are like, well, where do I wear my blush? Well, you know, if you've got more of a longer face like I do, you know, somebody who has a rounder face, the blush is not going to be the same place for everybody because blush helps to kind of accentuate your cheekbones. Well, somebody who has a rounder face has no cheekbones, so they want to use a little bit more. They want to bring that blush a little bit more in here to kind of create more of a cheekbone. Where somebody like me who has a very long, narrow face, we want to focus all of our color just on the outside here and like slightly bring it in onto our apple, because that helps to create more of a rounder appearance to our face instead of making it more long.
Wow. Okay. I just want to say how proud I am of you guys, and Missy over there trucking along with you. Like, I'm over here zooming in on y'all, and it's like amazing to watch this. Good job, Missy.
Yeah.
Girl.
It's so funny. Go
Can I
ahead.
give a tip that I have learned that Jeff doesn't do, but I do, partly because I have the rounder face. And when you open your mouth, when you're putting on your eyeshadow, it relaxes your whole face, your eyes.
I feel like everybody does that in some sense. Like, I open my mouth when I'm putting on my mascara. It's the weirdest shit ever. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mascara for sure. So the reason why I'm using something it's still a blending brush, and it's like I said, it's more tapered because it's applying and blending at the same time. A lot of people want to take really, really small brushes, kind of like something like this here, where it's more of a detailing brush, and then they want to like put in, you know, that they want to pop that color into their crease. But that's when you start getting where it starts looking like layers. Like you have a color here, and a color here, and everything starts to like pull together, but you see all of the layers and nothing is blending together. It's really all about brushes.
Well, you guys both look awesome.
I think I'm doing a lot darker colors than you are, though.
That's okay.
You know, the purple looks good on you.
On me?
Yeah.
Or on Melissa?
It looks good.
No,
the purple looks really good on you.
Thank
The
you.
color that Melissa's using is more of like a burgundy or mahogany, right? And I think
Yeah.
that it goes perfect with her shirt that she's wearing too. Like, you just picked the correct colors, girl, today.
Well, and Melissa, I know she likes to wear those really, really deep, like burgundy wine colored on the lip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she does.
So, you know, you kind of want to bring that into the eye, because if you're going to wear a really dark lip, you got to have a little bit of drama on the eyes too.
Really? I was told you either do the lips or the eyes.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that theory really all the way. I feel if you do a really, really dark, dramatic eye look, your lip should be a little bit more subtle. So kind of heading a little bit more nude. But I feel if you're wearing a really, really bold lip, when you have something that's a little bit too soft on the eyes, your lips walk in the room before you do.
Yeah.
So I feel like even if it's doing like that darker lash line, like bringing in that burgundy into the lash line or into like the deep crease there, not necessarily bringing out a whole and doing like a whole blended out, like blown out look, you know?
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. I don't care either.
Eye.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care either way. I do my makeup just however I decide I'm going to do it that day. But I mean, I don't have rules for my makeup. I wish I did.
I don't really
didn't know you had an eyebrow piercing until today.
Yeah, I've had it since I got it when I was 18. And then I fell out for a little while, and then I got another jewel for it, and I put it back in. Really pissed my dad off.
So I'm gonna do. I don't really like because she wants a brow highlight. I'm also not really liking how this is kind of laying right here. So I'm going to take a lighter color and I'm going to blend that out. So I'm going to take this Deviant shade here, which is going to be kind of this like neon electric like violet shade. And I'm going to take that smaller blending brush, and that I'm going to take it flat on my skin. And I'm blending out that first color, that transition shade, with the electric violet. It's not really translating to film, is it?
No, I can see it. I absolutely can. I'm
see
zooming in on you guys. It's so funny because I screenshotted you guys a couple times. I'm so proud of Missy just for, partaking in all of this too. I think it's awesome.
So I love makeup.
I'm also taking that lighter color shade of purple as well, and I'm bringing it into the inside of the eye as well to help just kind of blend. And I'm going to take a clean brush. So this has no color on it, no product on it, it's just clean. And I'm just going to very, very lightly blend all this
So
together.
let me ask a quick question. In between doing like colors and stuff with my brushes, like I actually have one of those little sponge thingies that you can just like tap off the excess. Is that like a not good thing to do?
Is it like is it a very, very coarse like sponge?
It's almost like it says like in between. It's called an in between colors. That's literally what they call it, in between colors. So it's like you just kind of use your brush and you kind of tap it off and like rub it against. It feels a little coarse to me.
I don't recommend doing that. I actually bought
Okay.
one of those as well, and it was called a quick change. So like it didn't require any like any liquids or any brush cleaner.
Yeah.
Like it was literally just this really, really coarse sponge in a tin. And I took my brushes and I went like this with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you why you should not use that.
I had my child cleaning my brushes in the
She did.
kitchen sink before, and then he was taking my blow dryer and blow drying them dry. I have a lot of brushes though.
That's not so bad. Okay,
No.
so this is the exact same brush. This one here,
wow.
this one here, I did not use that quick change like with the sponge. This one I did. Look at the difference of how less bristles this one has. Look
For
at how
sure.
the taper of this one is not as tapered anymore. This one's a little bit more rounded. I've
Yeah.
actually damaged this brush with that quick change.
Wow.
And if you probably won't be able to see it, but on this one, my bristles are very, very smooth and they go from here all the way up to the top. On this one, I can actually see where my bristles have frayed.
Oh, I can see it too. I actually can see it.
And that's from using that quick change because that sponge is so coarse that it literally, as you're doing this, it's breaking your bristles because this is a natural bristle brush.
So what brushes do you guys use? What are you using?
Right
what are
now,
you guys using?
Right now, I'm using the Morphe and Jeffree Star collaboration brushes. I'm a huge fan of Morphe in general. I love BH Cosmetics. I love Sigma brushes. Good makeup brushes. You know how they say you get what you pay for?
Yeah,
Same
for
with
sure.
makeup brushes. You can spend $10 on a brush set, but you're going to get what you pay for. Go on to Morphe.com and they always have really good sales on brush sets. You can get a really decent brush set for probably 15 to 20 brushes for under $50.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I ended up, when I started getting into makeup again, I paid like $20 for like 20 brushes or something like that, and they were crap. And so that's how I got all of my brushes, were pretty much from Etsy. My subscription, I ask for a brush every single time, and same with, BoxyCharm, I ask for brushes because those are the first things I feel like that go.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and one of my sons love to do makeup, and he loves to do my makeup. So I am constantly getting my makeup done from him.
Sorry, I lost a brush.
Oh.
Here, I'm going to show you my
That's
brushes.
super. So is he very artistic?
Yes. He is very artistic, and he's very outside the box, and he's going to be my one child that nobody will tell him anything.
We love that.
I agree. Be you. You always have that one kid that you just know is just going to be whoever they want to be. That for me, that's my 2-year-old. She's a hot ass mess. She really is. It's so funny.
Like,
So
now I got them all in one spot.
So now that I have
This
the
is my brushes.
Are those all eye brushes?
No. Some of them are contouring, some of them are blush, some of them are...
These are all just eye brushes.
I'm so jealous.
They're just eye brushes.
Oh my God. Wait, hold that back up in the camera one more time so I can screenshot it for the show. That is awesome. I'll send it to Missy so we can post them.
You can never have too many. And Melissa, you were saying that you had somebody else washing your brushes for you. I hate washing brushes.
Me too.
Hate washing them. So I've got a crease color built up. So now I'm actually going to do something on the lid. But I'm going to do a technique called foiling. So I'm actually going to take a shade out of here. And I actually think I'm going to use this Betrayal shade here, which is, it's a purple with a gold shimmer to it. So I could do this dry, which is going to make it a little bit more soft. But I'm actually going to do it wet. So I'm taking a flat shadow brush. But it's, so you see it's flat with a round tip. And I'm going to take plain water.
Oh my God, this is so interesting. I'm so ready.
So I've got some water on, I've got some water in this spray, and I'm spraying my brush.
I think we lost Missy, but
we lost
go
Missy?
ahead. Yeah,
I know
she'll be back.
I know she has issues with her camera cutting out sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just kind of tap that wet brush on the back of, or on my arm, just to kind of eliminate some of like the excess water. And then now look at how concentrated that brush is with color and pigment. So this, I'm just going to focus on just the lid of my eye.
Oh, I see that. I see that color pop right there for sure.
And like I said, if you were to, you could definitely do this dry. You're just not going to get that like metallic finish that I'm getting, because the water is actually pulling the metallic, whatever is making this formula metallic, which is usually more of like a pearl. It's bringing, the water's helping to bring out that pearl essence finish.
Oh,
sorry,
she's back.
Yeah, my camera for some reason died. I don't know. It was a new battery and I got to get a whole thing for it.
So Melissa, I've actually taken a shadow that has a lot of shimmer to it. I've taken my flat shadow brush. I've gotten it wet. And I'm actually foiling the shade of shadow on my eye. And you see how I'm just focusing that color on just the eyelid?
Yeah. Now explain to us, what is foiling? Is foiling when it's wet then? Is that what that's considered? Okay.
Yeah. So it almost like when you get the finish, when you put it on, you get that super amount of shine. It's like you almost took like liquid foil and put it on your eyes.
I'm going to use that terminology now so I sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. I used to love to go get my makeup done at the MAC store from, some of the makeup artists that would be in there.
I love MAC.
I love MAC.
I mean, right now there is the beauty industry is incredibly huge. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry right now. Yeah. But that's only happened in the past like 5 to 10 years. 10 years ago when I was working, it was Bare Minerals. It was whatever you could buy at a department store, at a makeup counter, and it was MAC. That was it. Yeah. Now you've got all these online brands. You've got Morphe. You've got all these makeup artists that are like creating their own lines.
Yeah, there's a lot of makeup lines for sure.
So I feel like I've got enough color built up.
I really like this.
The depth of color that I'm looking for.
I've never like foiled before.
Actually, it looks really good on you, Missy.
It does. So I'm going to keep going. Melissa, if you need me to stop and slow down, just let me know.
Keep going. I'm a mom of 5.
All right. So I'm actually going back to that color that I popped into the second color that I used, which is that deeper color purple, the Blood Queen color. I'm actually going to go back to that. And again, I'm focusing on just the tip of my brush.
And you're going to redo the crease, huh?
And I'm going to redo the crease because that way it's going to kind of help meld all those colors together. And you're not going to see where one color starts and another color stops.
So I have a problem. When I am putting on my eyeshadow, I always get in here, like a residue.
Too close to the inside? Or like on
the
bottom?
Just on the bottom, just underneath.
So what I would recommend, so if I was going to be doing my full face before you today, I would have actually done my eyes first.
Okay.
That way, a lot you don't unless you're very, very familiar with the formulas of the shadow of the brand that you're using. A lot of times you're going to get a lot of fallout under the eyes. So that way, if you do your eyes first, you can take a makeup remover wipe and you can just wipe all that off without it smearing into your foundation. Or if I'm using something that has a lot of shimmer in it, like you can actually see right here, I'm getting fallout right here.
Yeah.
If I was to take that, because it is a shimmer color, if I was to take that and go like this, it's going to smear into my foundation. So if I just grab a fluffy brush and go the opposite direction.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's typically what I do. If I see any like fallout or whatever it's called, I'll usually use a quick brush if I already have my face done.
Now, are you a big fan of, do you prefer shadows with shimmer or are you a fan of more matte?
I do.
I guess it depends on the mood that I'm in. I love makeup in general, but I feel like if I'm gonna use a shimmer, it has to be like if I'm going all out full blown eyeshadow. If I'm not gonna use a shimmer, then I use typically a matte color. But I feel like it's because my eyes are already like oily. I already have like that darker tint and they're always like oily.
See, the primer is where the primer is gonna help with the oil. And then the primer, if it has, it should have a little bit of pigment to it, but that's actually going to help kind of cancel out that hyperpigmentation on your lids.
Okay.
So like the MAC paint pot that I was using, if you were to use, right now I'm using this is a color called Painterly, which is more of a cooler undertone. So it does have a little bit more of a pinkish tone to it, which is my winter color. But because I've been in Florida all winter, I should be using the color called Soft Ochre, which is more of
you have great color.
It's the soft ochre is more of like a yellow tone. It's a little bit warmer, so it would actually blend with how golden my skin is right now. But the golden tone, because if you look at a color wheel, over here you've got pink, and down here you've got gold, because yellow cancels out red. So
how do you know what your undertone is then?
So if you look at your veins, like in your arm right here, if they're predominantly green, you are more warm to like neutral, like warm to olive. If they're more purple, you're more cool. So you're gonna have, if they're more purple, you're gonna have more of a bluish like tone to your skin, or more like a pink base. So if you have more of a pink base and or if you've got a lot of like redness to your cheeks right here, pick something that's going to be a little bit more golden, like in your like concealer, because that golden tone will cancel out. Or like purple, like the under eye darkness. The best way to cover, you see people color correcting, like literally they're taking like red lipstick and they're dabbing it under their eyes because red cancels out purple.
I'm trying to figure out if they're blue or green.
I'm almost can guarantee, because of you being of Latina descent. Hispanics tend to be very, very warm in their complexion, or more olive.
Yeah, they look a little green to me.
So I'm going to say that your complexion is going to be a little bit more on the warmer side.
Okay.
Mine is green, but I don't look Mexican, even though I am.
All right, so you see I've taken that crease shade and I've just kind of accentuated that crease. So now you don't see where this color starts and that color stops. So now I'm going to take and we're going to do, so I don't know if you can see this highlight on the cheek that I have right here.
I've watched it this entire time. I think it's awesome.
So that is actually the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Extreme Frost Highlighter in the shade Choking on Ice.
I'm going to get it.
This was
so pretty.
These are like pure pigment.
Oh, we've had like 8 comments.
These are a little on the pricier side, but I don't care because look, tap, tap, tap. I have so much pigment on my finger right there. And I'm going to take that and just going to pat it on my brow bone and look at it.
Oh my God. Are you watching this, Missy?
I am watching it. I'm trying to see if I brought that color down.
I always tell her about highlighter. I'm like a fan of highlighter. I just feel like it just makes you look just amazing.
Just that glow that it gives. Like, and I'm one for like a blinding highlight. Like, it doesn't need to be like shimmer. I don't like the glitter, like the chunky glitter. Yeah. But where like you like turn it looks like liquid metal.
Yeah.
I live for that shit.
Yeah.
Makeup.
And you
It's like
can literally just do that and a little bit of mascara if you have to like run out really quick, and you look like you just like
you look like $1 million
walked out of
because
heaven.
you have this glow to the skin. You have these like defined eyelashes. Perfect. So I'm going to take a fluffier brush. This is a Morphe M321 brush. So it's fluffy, but it's a little bit more defined. It does have still a taper to it, if you can see. And this I'm going to use for the inner corner highlight. So this
I
I'm
love
going
those.
to use this shade here called Take the Crown, which is going to be this metallic purple shade here. And this I'm going to just focus on the tip of my brush right here. And then I'm going to stick right in the inner corner of my eye and in a circular motion. And I don't know if it translates to film, but if I close my eye and open it, you can actually see
Yeah, I see it.
the brightening in the inner corner. That's going to just help kind of pop open the eye.
I love when people do that. I really do.
I think I want to go even lighter and brighter with that. So I'm actually think I'm going to go with the wet. I think it's called Wet Jewel, which is the bright pink or the shiny pink here. And let's just layer on top because more is more.
Oh my God, it's so fun to watch you guys. I could do this all day and just watch y'all do this.
It's so soothing to me. Like I could watch people apply makeup all day long.
I could buy makeup all day long.
Oh, yes. So now I'm going to do, I think, a little bit under the eyes now. So I'm going to take a flat shadow brush. So this is a Morphe M213. It's a very, very small flat shadow brush. And I'm going to go to the color that I used in my crease, which is the deepest color, which is the dark purple here called Blood Queen. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on just the tip of the brush. Tapping off the excess. And I'm going to take just the side of the brush, and this very, very lightly, I'm just going to and I take my pinky, and that, like you see here, because I'm using that as an anchor.
I'm not like
So,
a big under eye person.
a lot of people think that when you put shadow under the eye, that it all becomes very, very dramatic and it becomes very, very bold. I just feel that a little bit of a color under the eye, it really does kind of help. Again, it's going to the color under here is going to play off your eye color, so it's going to make your eye color pop some more. But again, it just helps to kind of pull the whole look together, opposed to just having the. I like the color under the eye with the eyeliner because then I feel like the eyeliner isn't so stark under the eye because it's all kind of blended.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to that one shadow brush that I used that was really, really fluffy that I used on for that electric, with that electric, like frosty kind of lavender color here. I'm going to put a little bit of color on the tip of that brush. And I'm actually now going to go and I'm going to blend out that darker purple. Are you doing under the eyes, Melissa?
I did a little bit.
Awesome.
I'm using so many different colors though right now.
But are you having fun?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing makeup. Yes.
So I am taking the lighter color, the entire lighter color, and I'm going over the dark color because I want to blend. But then I'm going to go back to the dark color, and we're just going to kind of reinforce that.
That is such a nice look. You guys look awesome.
Thank you.
I don't know how to take compliments. You know this, Elaine.
I don't either. I don't either.
Okay. It's okay. I'm full of them today because I'm like literally sitting here for moral support and compliments. Like,
All right, so I feel like I have enough color on the eyes that it's safe to. A lot of people would be like, "This is still too dramatic for me for every day." So now I'm
Not
going to
for me.
take, and I'm going to do a little bit of wing liner on the top, but I'm going to use shadow as liner.
Oh, this is fun. I love this.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay.
So I've taken, this is a brow brush. So on one end, I've got a spoolie. And on the other side, I've got a very, very fine point. It is cut on an angle and it is very, very fine. And I'm going to use the black in here, which is going to be the executioner. This is what I'm going to use as shadow as liner. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to kind of tap it in.
What is the benefit of using shadow as liner?
It doesn't look as, it's going to be a little bit more smoky. So sometimes depending on what type of liner you're using, whether it's wax, whether it's liquid, whether it's a gel, a lot of times some gel liners, they'll go on and you literally have seconds to play with them. So if you do your gel liner, but you do your line and then you try to go back and blend that out, it doesn't blend because it's already dried. So I would actually, if I did that, I would do my liner first. Then I would take black eyeshadow and I would buff over that to give it that smoky effect. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to close one eye and I'm going to almost take my brush and I'm going to place it on my lashes and I'm going to slide it up to my lash line to where my eye line is. And I'm also going to kind of wiggle that brush back and forth.
Is that completely different for you, Missy?
Uh-huh. Yes, it is very different.
So while you're doing this, can you tell us what palette that is from Jeffree Star that you have?
This is the Jeffree Star Bloodlust collection.
And is that something you can get at Ulta?
This is not. This is something that you can only get through Jeffree Star Cosmetics.
Okay.
I know that, whether you like him as a person or not, he used to be also carried at Morphe, and Morphe has, with some of the things that have come to light recently, Morphe has actually dropped him. So I think right now you can only get Jeffree Star Cosmetics through Jeffree Star or through Beauty Bay in the UK. But I think in the US you can only get it right now through JeffreeStar.com, JeffreeStarCosmetics.com.
You're going to have to tell me later what I missed.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I want to know later too, because I don't even know what I missed from that. But if you ever want to tune in on who Jeffree Star is, you can also he has a lot of TikToks on there. There's another makeup artist, and I hope one of my daughters is watching. It would be really nice. We watch a few of them. Gosh, I can't even think of the name. God, I don't know what his name is.
James Charles.
James Charles is another one. I don't know if that's the guy that I'm talking about. Let me see.
See,
One of them,
my problem
I know. Oh, go ahead.
putting
Missy, I'm sorry.
eyeliner on my right eye is I can't close my right eye and do on my left. I can only close my left eye. I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Me too, because I'm blind. I'm blind in my left eye, so it's really hard when I have to do my other eye.
Okay, so
literally.
I purposely did my liner wrong for a hooded eye because this is the number one thing I got as a makeup artist working in a retail store, because I actually was a store manager for Bare Minerals. I ran the store, and people would always be they would always come in and they always wanted to learn how to do winged liner. And some people, depending on who you talk to, makeup artist wise, they will tell you that wing liner is not for people with hooded eyes, which I feel is incorrect. Anybody can wear a wing liner. It just depends on where you put the color and how big your wing is. So because of my hooded eye, you see, I took my eyelid and I followed my lash line. But now watch when I open my eye and see how the eyeliner is actually now stuck in my hood. And it's now rounded out right here. That is what you want to avoid if you have a hooded eye. If you have a hooded eye, you want to take that liner and look into a mirror. And when your eye is almost open, that's where I want my liner to be. So I'm going to, with my eye open, place that line there. Now I'm going to connect it. I've messed up my eye.
That's okay. I did too.
I went too high with my liner. So I'm just going to take my deeper purple and I'm going to reblend.
I actually really like it.
So
I
that
messed
is
it up, but I like it.
That is a really great way to tip to on how to fix it. Just go back to your crease shade or whatever, wherever you feel like you've messed up, and just reapply your color because it should blend everything together.
We gotta, okay.
So I do want to just kind of let everyone know that please feel free to save this video to your drafts. So that way you can go back and rewatch until you get your eyes perfect or your facials perfect. A lot of this will be great for Valentine's Day, making sure that you look just the most awesomeness for your significant other, or if you're spending it alone, that you can walk around the house and look great. You can take yourself out to dinner, or even get dressed up, and take the kids out to dinner. So yeah, just make sure that you're, when you're tuning in, that you're actually, paying attention to see all this great stuff that we've brought you this evening.
I always like to put eyeshadow as, like, if I've done it for liner before, but I like to then, on top of it, put like a liquid eyeliner just along.
Oh, like right at the base?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd your wing turn out, Melissa?
It didn't turn out. But that's okay.
That's something we can focus on another time, because I am kind of rushing through it. So now I'm going to take a eyeliner pencil, and this is in the color indigo, and this is just a dark, this I'm going to use for my waterline.
So my daughter did tell me that it's James Charles that I love also.
He's involved in the Jeffree Star drama.
Is he really?
He is.
Well, they both have bomb ass makeup, so they just it's gotta get better. So
weren't they like partners at one point in time?
No, but they were friendly. But
there's another boy that I'm talking about, and he's like an Asian guy that does it off of TikTok, and I can't think of his name. I want to say that he's Asian, and I think he sells at Ulta Beauty also, right?
Michelle says in the comments she may actually have to go get some makeup tomorrow.
Yes, Michelle.
Yes,
that's
we
what
love
you're
that.
wanting to do. I love it. I should have came on this show all done up so you could have told me all my flaws.
No, that's not what we're about.
No.
Yes, so he could have told me, like, Elaine, you could have done this better, or next time try this on your eye. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to do anymore because I had black shadow on my finger and I touched it right here. And see, this is why I would have done eyes first, because if I would have made this mistake, I could have just like taken a makeup wipe and cleaned that all up. So I'm not going to mess with that anymore, but I'm going to continue to do, I'm just going to finish off the eyes. So I'm going to take mascara. This is the Buxom mascara.
So is that like a volumizing or is that one a length? Or
This
both?
one is more for length and definition. It doesn't add a lot of volume. I feel if you want length and definition and volume, you have to layer multiple mascaras. So you're gonna have to layer, and you're gonna have to do a mascara to lengthen, define, and then a mascara that's going to volumize. Because I feel
Yeah.
if your mascara is doing both, something is lacking. Either your formula of mascara is not going to be right, or the brush isn't going to be right. So this one being a very, very fine tooth plastic fluffy brush, the little combs are going to give me incredible length and definition. They're going to separate, but because of the separation, they're not going to give me a lot of volume. So this
Yeah.
is where I would go in with a volumizing mascara.
So for me, I typically just use I have my eyelashes aren't short. I just typically use a volumizing mascara when I do use mascara. And I do multiple coats. So what a lot of people don't even realize too is like you don't just have to do just one and then go. Like I'll do one and then I'll finish some other stuff and then I'll go and I'll do another coat and then I'll finish. And after a few coats, like it almost looks like I'm wearing falsies, but I'm not.
And that's exactly what you should do. And I
Yeah.
always tell people you typically wear mascara should be done 3 coats. So you do
Yeah.
your base coat, and then you do a second coat to kind of accentuate and build up on that first coat. And then I do a third coat. But when I do that third coat, I do it up and I do it down the top of my lashes too. So that
Okay.
can kind of help if you've got any clumps going on, that can kind of help brush through the clumps.
How do
You
you,
know what's
apply
funny?
mascara, Missy?
Oh, that's gonna be next. It's funny because I typically do my foundation and my base and everything first, and then I do my eyes. But I'm thinking I'm doing it wrong now that I'm talking to you.
It's that there is no right or wrong. It's whatever is more comfortable. But you see, this is a true testament of why I would have done something differently, because I wouldn't have had, not necessarily, I might not have had that black on my finger. I wouldn't have pulled it down right there and touched right there. And you see, it's black. It's smeared into my foundation. Like there's no going back from that, which is kind of embarrassing. But
No,
also,
you did it with grace.
Also, I did make a mistake with my mascara on purpose. So I brought my mascara when I was doing my bottom mascara. I actually touched my nose right here with mascara. What you want to do, people do this all the time. And what they want to do is actually you get mascara on your face and you want to take your finger and you want to wipe it off right away. Do not do that. Let your mascara dry. So go ahead and finish the rest of your eye. And I'm going to take that spoolie, or I'm going to take a spoolie that you would use for your eyebrows. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to flake that mascara off.
Oh, nice tip.
So now that mascara is gone without smearing into the foundation.
Okay, so the other guy is named Bretman Rock.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do know him. I don't follow him, but I know who you're talking about.
Yes. So are you typically like down south or do you reside more up north?
I'm actually from Wisconsin. So this past October, we actually moved into a 37-foot RV and we headed south for the summer or for the winter. So I'm going to be in Florida all winter long. And then this spring, we're actually heading back to Wisconsin where we will be for the summer. But then next winter, we're actually going to Arizona for the winter. And then after that, we'll be heading up the West Coast to California and Washington State and Oregon for next summer.
So, quick question for you. Can people book you if they would love to have their makeup done by you? Is that something that
they definitely could? And that you would either contact me through Instagram, or if you go to my Facebook page, you can actually book an appointment through Facebook.
Oh, okay. I should do that. I'm going to have you do my makeup, I think.
I would love to do your makeup.
Just for the fun of it.
For
Not
sure.
even to go anywhere.
Well, and kind of, with COVID, where's anybody going?
Yeah.
Let's do a show.
Let's do it.
When you come back, let's do a show. And we're going to have cocktails and chill out my house. I even have a driveway for you to park in.
My RV is large.
I know.
Yeah, that's really big.
So how's your eye look coming, Melissa?
I think I'm done.
You've got
I'm just
mascara on
gonna-
top. Did you do mascara on top and bottom lashes or
Yeah.
just tops?
Both.
Both, me too.
And okay, like I have an issue with my lashes where my right side are all like very nice and forward and curled on their own. And my left side decides they're going to play tic-tac-toe with each other and they're all crossing.
Okay.
So I have to like really be careful of like how I put it on and like what I put it on. Today,
Look in though. Like a lot of people like their lashes to be like
but when you put
intertwined.
mascara on, it looks clumpy. It looks like you got a spider legs.
I agree.
So I am using right now today is It's So Big by Elizabeth Mott mascara.
Is that more length and defining or more for volume?
I think it's for volume. There's my
I'm thinking you might need a length and defining one if you have issues with your lashes because it's
Yeah,
like
me
a
too.
finer brush.
Yeah.
hold on.
So Melissa, I sent you a chart of different
Yes.
mascara ones.
I can pull it up.
So not only is the formula of your mascara going to matter, so like your formula is going to be either a thickening one, a length and defining. Something that's a little bit more for length and defining is going to have a thinner formula to it to kind of comb through and give you the length and definition for each individual lash. A volumizing mascara is typically going to be a little bit thicker of a formula, so it's going to really help kind of build up. And typically with, there you go. And so you see on the very end, you've got the oversized. And like where you've got see that micro wand, the one that actually has like, it almost looks like it has no bristles. That would be an amazing mascara for your bottom lashes. Because even though it looks like it's just a stick, I guarantee on that stick, there are actually little grooves that have been like grooved into that mascara wand so that your lashes actually do sit on there and they will comb through.
So for me, typically the wands that like do best for my eyelashes are these like really large ones. So like even like the curved or the bald tip or the oversized, they usually make my lashes pop like 100%.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Because they're going to apply a little bit more product onto your eyes. So do you already have pretty long lashes? It's more of getting the volume?
So. I think my lashes, I think my lashes are like typically like a little longer. So usually I just use like a volume and it just kind of just.
Yeah, because you're going to get, and a lot of people, they don't really comb their mascara all the way to the tips. A lot of people, they do it at the base of their lashes and comb it out. But a lot of people don't actually comb it all the way through because that's how you start getting, when you comb it all the way through, you're defining, you're lengthening, and that's how you can build up your lashes without them getting really, really clumpy. But you have to pull it all the way through the tips of the lashes. You can't just do it at the base because then it starts to get clumpy.
I actually do just the tip sometimes too. On my last coat, I make sure that I'm just doing the top part of that tip also.
Definitely. So my eye look, I'm pretty satisfied with the overall like look of the eye, but something for me is very, very lacking, and that's going to be the brow. So for me, a brow really does help to kind of frame the eye. For me, it also finishes off the entire look and kind of helps to frame the face. Do you fill in your brows, Melissa?
I do, but I don't have it down here.
That's okay. And I'm going to do this really, really quick. So what I like to do is I do like to use 3 different products for the brows. So I like to do a pencil first to kind of shape the brow. I use something that's more of like a powder to fill in. And then I use a gel like a brow gel to set everything. So I'm going to use, this is the e.l.f. Ultra Precision Brow Pencil. Super, super affordable. A lot of the products, other than the eyeshadow that I use today, everything is pretty much from the drugstore. Just to kind of make it more like cost effective. So, and I love the ones that have a spoolie on the end. So what I'm going to take my spoolie, I'm going to brush all of my brows hairs up. And this is going to give me more of like a fuller, bushier looking brow. And then I take my, my spoolie and I almost use it to shape the top of my brow. Then I'm going to take the other side of my pencil. And I'm just going to kind of almost draw a line on the top, a line on the bottom, and then I'm going to use a powder to fill everything in.
We're both like in there, like really looking.
I know. I've been like that the whole show. Everybody's probably seen all my nose hairs.
Girl, same. I just trimmed.
They're probably like, back up from the camera, girl. Back up. That's why I've been zooming you guys in. I'm so glad I put you on my phone today because I'm like going back and forth and zooming in on y'all's faces, which I didn't know people could do. So they definitely probably see our pores and everything.
My my friend just messaged me on Facebook and she said, "Can you please focus on him? I need to see him."
That's funny. So I actually, I got a message from Bree Smith, and I want to give her a shout out while we're watching Jeff do this here. She was super nervous, and I think she handled it like a champ. I think all of us are on camera a lot and we talk a lot to other people. And I think that she did a really good job. She was super nervous, and I just wanted to give her a shout out.
I know that she said she was nervous before, like, we went live, but that did not transfer on camera at all. So if she was nervous, nobody knew.
Yeah. So congratulations, Bree. You did awesome.
So I'm just going to kind of go over what I did and why I did it. So you see all of my color. I kind of started my brow here on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I went all the way out to basically what you want to do is where the crease of your nose is, hold your brow pencil to the edge of your eye. And
I'm using
right
my
there,
finger. Look at me.
That'll work. But you see how the edge of the point of the tail of my brow ends at the edge of my pencil.
Does my actual brow end there?
So if it doesn't actually end there, you want to draw your brow down to that.
Oh, it actually does. That's so funny.
Then you have a full enough brow. I do not. I went to, I grew up my teen years were in the early 2000s. So that was the era of literally the pencil lines. And from over plucking, my eyebrow no longer grows up here.
You know what's really funny is like, okay, so I too was in that era, and it took me, I haven't plucked my eyebrows in so long just to get this much fullness, and I still draw them in because I was in that era where now shit just doesn't grow back.
No,
it just doesn't come back.
Yep.
I tell my teen girls all the time, and I'm like, don't fucking pluck right now. Wait till you're a little older. So by the time you're ready to like start really shaping, like,
I never plucked and mine just never grew.
Really?
Yes. I've never had
I plucked the shit out of mine. I had like the little line. Oh my God. I look back at pictures and I'm like, who the fuck ever thought that was cute? That's just disgusting.
We all did though. We all did it.
Yes. Well, I didn't. Maybe because like I don't think I was allowed to. My parents were really strict growing up. And like if I would have like plucked all of my eyebrows out, like my dad would have been like, Miha, we got to talk about this.
I guess I didn't have that, but I definitely had the lines. They were lines. I don't know what else to call them because
when I got my eyebrow pierced, my dad said I better have that shit out of my eyebrow before he got home.
Oh,
and my brother
my mom told me the exact same thing.
My brother, though, I came home and he saw it, and my brother called my dad and paged him. Because that was when pagers were. And he's like, here, Melissa has something to tell you. I'm like, you bastard.
Melissa, you just dated yourself by mentioning pagers.
Oh, well,
So I used my pencil and I started my pencil here and I started my pencil here. So that way you see how my brow has this more definition here and towards the tail, but it's not so defined here. You want the inside of your brow to be very, very light. And again, you want it to start off lighter in the inner corner and gradually fade until it gets darker. You don't want too much color in the inner corner of your brow because then you start to get what I call the angry brow because you have too much definition right there. It should be a gradient where it should fade. It should start off very, very light and fade to a dark, where the tip of your brow tail, this should be like the darkest part of your brow right here.
This is where I would love to get microblading. So then I don't have to do this part. I could just skip this whole part of it because I draw my eyebrows in all the time too, especially when I do my makeup.
That like microblading, like it's not permanent.
No, it's not. You have to get it redone, every so often, but I mean, just think about how many times you throw your eyebrows in.
I'm not paying $1,000 if it's only staying 6 weeks.
Absolutely. So I've got my brow on. I filled it in. I've drawn the definition or drawn the eyebrow that doesn't grow anymore. But now I want to set it. So I'm going to take, this is just the e.l.f. One side is a clear mascara. The other is a clear brow gel. What a brow gel is going to do is it's just going to make sure that all of your brow hairs are all going the same direction and almost like act as a styling gel for your brows. But it's also going to lock your color in.
I use I just had it. Oh, I use Gimme Brow.
What's the brand? Or is that the brand?
Benefit.
Oh, it's Benefit. Benefit makes some of the best brow products in the market.
So microblading only, I just looked it up, only lasts 18 to 30 months. And it's necessary to get touch-ups every 6 months or every year.
I do know, depending on where you go, because it's something I have looked into as well, some of the places that you go, I know like some of the ones where you get like, I heard somebody where they did like, they got a Groupon for like $500, which they thought they were getting a really good deal, but they didn't know that they were going to have to go 3, 4, 5 times to get those redone and retouched up. Some people who I've known that have spent a little bit more on it have spent more to like the $800 to $1,000 on the microblading. The touch-ups have actually been included in that cost. So they've actually had it. They've actually had their initial consultation where they've gotten the microblading done. They had a 3, a 6, a 9, and a 12-month follow-up. So they actually got all like the 3, 6, the 9, and the 12. Those were all follow-up appointments, but those were all included in the original price. So I think you just need to do a little bit more research because like if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So if you think you're going to get microblading done for like $250, you got to look into it more because there's probably going to be like a lot more follow-ups and the price of those follow-ups is probably going to be a little bit more.
Good to know. My Facebook is blown up. Hold on. Let's see.
So how did everything turn out, Melissa?
I love it. I love it. What do you think, Elaine?
I love the entire show. This was awesome to be able to sit here and watch you guys do this.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys asked me to be on. I wish I would have been a little bit more prepared, but today was just like the series of unfortunate events.
No,
That
that's how it
happens to
always
us
works
all.
when you go on TV.
That's why we say, let's talk, Life Uncensored.
Yeah.
And on that note, now that you have one eye on, one eye off, we are going to call it a wrap. I want to thank Bree for coming on. I want to thank you, Jeff, for being here with us and coming on and teaching us how to do a hooded eye. I really do like my eye right now, and I wish I had somewhere nice to go, but I don't.
Good.
Yes. And
I would love to come back and kind of do maybe we could focus just one day or one show devoted strictly just to makeup because I have being in the industry for 11 years and 12 years, I have so many just little like tips and techniques that just make things that a little bit more easier that I would love to share with everybody.
I do think that would be great.
I think we could do that. I think we can arrange that and we will talk. And I'm glad that we stay connected all these years. And I want to say goodnight to everyone. And I want to thank everyone for participating and commenting. We both appreciate all those comments. One last comment that we want to bring up is, Jeff, your makeup eye makes your eye larger and more beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Jeff, you did do amazing. You really did. So we definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on today.
You're welcome. And next week, everybody, Elaine will not be on. I will be holding the show and we might be having a guest host. So thank you very much and have a great night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.